Hey, guess what? I was chair dancing. And it was like, oh shit, I gotta push a button. Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. This is Grammy Mary bringing you the rocket chair here on this Freaker Friday night. And oh my God, yeah, I've been freak-tasting all day long. Whew, all of the training is done. Oh, how cool, Beth. Okay, yeah, that was John Cougar Mellencamp and the Authorities song, and he really wanted to go John Mellencamp, but they didn't think that his name was cool enough, so they made him do the Cougar, and then he wound up going to Cougar Mellencamp, and then he just dropped the Cougar altogether, which, hey, you know, people drop cougars all the time, and they get bruises and broken bones, because cougars are older, don't you know? Oh, bet you didn't know I could go there, did you? Okay, let me see who all is listening. So is that cat. What cat? Oh, well, Beth air drummed to bands. Alrighty, I just jam. Oh, look at that kitty cat. That kitty cat's couch dancing. Boogie, 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 kitty. I have a kitty cat on my lap right now, and she's looking at me like, would you stop wiggling? Jeez, oh, Pete. Okay, let me see here. Who is listening in tonight? Lord. Let me check over here on Facebook. Doesn't really. Oh, Mary B is over here on Facebook. Hey there, woman. How you doing? I also see my cousin Donna is sharing stuff. She's over doing a happy hour thing somewhere. At the Mellow Mushroom. Shrooms. Donna, I didn't know. Excuse me. Let's see, over here on that effing side, I see Grimmy is over here. And yeah, they had a special dork table earlier today, and it was actually what I got to listen to was pretty good. And wow, Solvenar was on there. I haven't heard Solvenar in forever. It was awesome to hear him. So he has such a cool accent. And then, well, there was Grimmy and Flasher on there as well. So it was like three really cool guys just kind of jibber jabbering, and we was learning, or what I got to listen to, we was learning. I'm also over here on that effing side as well as MP, and it looks like Clint C is here as well. So hi there, you guys. How you doing? Thank you, Grimmy, for putting that over there. And thank you, Barman, for tweeting me over there on Twitter. I have 337 stalkers. No, they're not the kind that stock shelves at a grocery store. They're the kind that follow you around. Maybe they're private investigators. I don't know. If they're following me around, they're probably bored shitless by now. Okay, over here in the corner pocket, I know Sock Puppet is over here. Hey there, hun. Thank you ever so much. As well as I see the lovely Moose Girl. And JJ's 999 JJ's is over here as well. Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing this evening? I also see Nate. Is that how you say that? If it's not, I'm sure someone will correct me soon enough. But hi there, everybody over here in the corner pocket. Welcome aboard if you're listening in. And if you're not, I'm just going to tell you, like, if you're not listening in, where you should listen in. You can listen over at rlmradio.xyz or the RLM Spreaker channel or the RLM TuneIn station or the RLM Internet radio station. And later it will be on a couple other RLM places because we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Or at least we like to think so. And finally, to say hey there, hi there, ho there to everybody over here in the RLM chat, which is where you need to be if you want to give me static. I mean, I do keep up on a couple other things, but yeah, pretty much it's the RLM chat is where I at least get my lovely little, well, I get them from there in the corner pocket, little notifications that let me know, guess what? Somebody took your name in vain. And that's okay, because I do it quite often myself. So, oh, what are you doing? Rascal's getting comfortable. She's kneading the bread dough. Okay. Let's see. Right up top, I see Asmo is here, my missionary man. How you doing, darling? I also see Barman, who is the most splendiferous bot in the whole wide world, 'cause he tweets me out there. Thank you, hun. I also see the lovely Beth Z, and you are quite welcome, hun. I was wanting some John Cougar for some silly reason, and apparently I wasn't home quick enough to pull over some other John Cougar that I have, because I kind of like little pink houses, and that was from what we were told when I saw him in concert. He wrote that song about a little pink house that was just west of my hometown. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Okay, let's see. I also see Grammy is over here, and Grammy will be on later on this evening with the other lovely lady Bookend that he is in between. Moose Girl, they're going to be doing the Freakers Ball, so booyah, be sure to stick around, because, yeah, that's always a good time had by all. I also see the lovely Kate is here. Hey there, Kate. How you doing? I think my temperature today was getting right up there about where it usually is. Well, it has been of late for you. Upper 70s. Couple places even said as high as 81 out here. So, yeah, I'm loving it. And then next week we're back to normal. As if there is such a thing out here in the boonies. I also see Chelsea Denis is here, as well as a double dip and a Chloe. And oh, I get to breathe heavy. Hey there, Darth Romes. I just love doing that. I also see I'm here, and yeah, I should have changed that to Graham's little old blue-haired lady, because last night Lisa B and I played, and I do have blue hair. It's no longer working, Graham. It says waiting right now. I don't know why, but that's what it says. I'll just drop kick it. How's that sound? Does that work? It worked with TVs way back in the day. Oh, Moosey just dropped out. Damn it! Hate when that happens. Ooh, Kate's 73.6. Booyah! That's awesome. Okay, let me see here. Where was I at? Oh, yeah, I was at me, the little old blue-haired lady. I also see IB Don C Work is logged in, but I don't think he's here. And I also see Java Doctor 2 is logged in, but he ain't here either. What the hell? What the hell? I also see P. Bunyan is in the house. Timber! As well as Rob Works. Did I miss the bubbler? Did I? I may have. No, I don't see it. What was that, FUD? What have I done? I don't know. What have I done? I probably did, and I probably had a good time doing it until I got caught. Oops. Oh, that could very well be, Grim. Okay, I'll mess with that later. I'm not pushing buttons while I'm on the radio, because I break shit when I push buttons. Okay, let's see. Phantom! Hi, Phantom! How are you doing? Where are you? Where are you, darling? You have been away for a while. I also see Dakota is here, as well as Frumpy and my brother Fudd. Hi, Fudd! How are you? Have you heard any news about Uncle Tommy? I haven't checked, because, well, I just haven't, and I should. Maybe I'll call Mom when I get done tonight. I also see Jehovah One is here, Holy Jehovah, as well as Juana Taco, and looky there, Kozu is in the house. What have I done with my hair? Lisa B wanted to play. And I said, certainly. Because, it grows out, and it's not like it's a permanent color. So, yeah, I have Smurf hair. Or kind of, sort of, some of it is Smurf hair. Not all of it, just some of it. Let me see if I can find that picture. What? My silly kitty is just being a very silly kitty. It's like, what the hey? Yeah. I'll scare everybody. I know there's a pic over on Fakey Book where I just kind of turned around and took a pic of the back of my hair. But here's one. Yeah, I'll share this one. 'Cause yeah, you can see that I still got the silver going on, but I also have blue. That's true, Fudd. No news is good news. Okay. There you go, just in case anybody's wondering. Yeah, that crazy woman, I am a crazy blue-haired lady now. Oh, goodness. It is fun. It is fun. And yeah, the looks you get. I gotta say, my youngest daughter comes by it honestly. I really do. Okay, let me get back to saying hi to everybody. Yes, it is, Kate. But it's fun. And really, it's really not. I mean, it's not that noticeable when my hair is down. Well, okay, maybe it is a little. It is. Lisa B calls it my mermaid hair. There, that's all the pictures I got. Oh, that would be so cool, Kate. Yeah, go for it, sweetheart. See, Lisa B had someone that wanted to do those crazy colors, but she has to have her hair bleached in order to do it because she's got dark hair. And I told her, well, I don't want my hair bleached, so she wanted to see how it would turn out on someone with salt and pepper hair. And so now we found out what it looks like on salt and pepper hair. So it is kind of fun. It is fun. Oh well, back to saying hi. And yeah, I'm just crazy. But it grows out. It's just hair. I mean, criminy. It's not hurting nothing. Okay, yeah, it is, B. It's down to the middle of my back. I'm turned into a long-haired hippie freak. I have more and more people going, are you ever going to cut your hair? I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Okay, where was I at? Kazoo. Excuse me, got myself all choked up there. I see mental pancakes. Hi, Cakes. How you doing, sweetie? And looky there, the lovely Mary B from Down Under. How you doing? I don't think my hair will ever get as long as yours, sweetheart. But, that's okay. Let's see. Ted Nugent joins Kid Rock. Ooh, that would be cool. The Nuge. Okay. Bot is in the house. Hey there, Bot. I also see Ninson Dubois is logged in, but not hanging out right at this point in time. And looky there, North Force is in the house, as well as the lovely Rain. How are you doing, sweetheart? I hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous Friday, if you're listening in. I also see Sock Puppet, who made some kind of an obnoxious remark earlier today about at least he knows now where to grab onto. Oh, honey, you're so funny. I saw that and had to get busy with work. So I didn't make a snarky remark then, but I'm making one now. So there you go. I'll just kind of leave it at that. How's that sound? Scientist Say is in the house. Hi there, Scientist Say. How are you doing? Oh, B is never cutting her hair. There you go, sweetheart. Got to leave that antenna going. And mine is now partially mermaid antenna. I also see Space Wolf is in the house. How are you doing, sweetheart? I saw that you got actually quite pleasant temperatures in your neck of the woods, too. That's awesome. I also see Stats Bob and Tip Bob, a double dosing of Bobs in the house. And to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Ville _ And what is this, Cakes? Moosey's back. Hey, Moose. Let's see. Oh, Smurfette. I'm just a little backwards because, see, her skin is blue, whereas my hair is blue. Oh. Yeah, that's what you say, Sock. Okay, let me see. I got a couple of things that I had pulled up that I was ready to go to right off the bat. And here is one of them that I just kind of wanted to, because been getting a little bit on the metaphysical side lately. And the lovely Lisa B, the one that helped with my hair, shared this morning over on FAKYbook, and I just had to share it as well. Did you know that time doesn't actually exist? I recall Flash saying something about that earlier today on the dork table. Time doesn't exist. Clocks exist. Time is just an agreed upon construct. And we have taken distance, or one rotation of the Earth and one orbit of the Sun, divided up into segments, and then given those segments labels. While it has its uses, we've been programmed to live our lives by this construct as if it were real. We've confused our shared construct with something that is tangible, and thus we have become a slave to it. And that, it really is true. We have become a slave to time. And, we also, conversely, we all realize that time is a very, very precious commodity. Because once you spend it, it's gone. So you best be for spending it on something that's very worthwhile. Let's see. Oh, answer to who invented the clock. Let me see that. There you go, Grim. There 'tis. That's exactly what I read. Sweet. Okay, what's that, Cakes? Oh, Kid Rock. Okay. Wasn't Fox News the first news organization to censor Ron Paul? It quite possibly could have been. Faux news? It's so faux. Faux. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, I shared a little bit earlier, and there's a video attached to this. MSNBC asks Susan Sarandon to trash Trumples, and she drops a brutal hammer. Now, I'm not really going to do a whole lot on this, just because, she already said she was not pre-election or selection or whatever, however you want to look at that. She'd already said that she wasn't going to be voting for shitlery. And she really, excuse me, I am kind of impressed with some of what she has to say. Excuse me. Although she was a Bernie Sanders supporter, and it's like, oh, sweetheart, he's also part of that same system. So, anytime you think that you need to, damn it, support someone else to make decisions that directly affect your life. Damn it. I even have a cough drop and everything. Shit. Anytime you think someone else needs to be appointed to make decisions for your life, you need to rethink. Because we don't need these people. We've been convinced that we need these people, but we don't. Not everyone needs a thneed, and these people ain't even as useful as a thneed. And a thneed is a wonderful thing, a very useful thing. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. But I'm just, I keep seeing all this stuff where everybody's blaming Trump, and I saw a poll on Twitter earlier to, excuse me, this evening about how Trumples, 69% of those that voted, excuse me, think that Trumples is the most dangerous thing right now. And I'm thinking, oh my God, no. I'm thinking the mainstream media and the system itself are the most dangerous thing in the world. And the belief thereof, the belief in this system that it will fix everything. Don't you realize that it created all of those problems just so it could step in and save the day and fix things? Nobody really understands just exactly what they mean by fixing it, though. Is the fix in, or are they going to repair it? I'm thinking it's more the fix is in. I don't think any repairs that are intended to, excuse me, benefit the bulk of us is, no, none of that is in the works. None of that. I think it's most definitely the fix is in. Do what, Frumpy? Oh. Yeah, well, Grimmy's always looking at my metadata. He can't help himself. He's crazy like that. Oh, watching a Rudy vid? Schmooze is useful too. Ah, okay. Schmooze is useful. So if you schmooze... Nah, I never was much of a schmoozer. Okay, I'm going to go to my pocket now because I did stick a couple of things in my pockets earlier today. And one thing that I wanted to get to, because there's an awful lot of us that have microwaves in our house. I admit I have a microwave, but, it's a built-in microwave, so... And, yeah, it gets used for boiling water. And occasionally for warming up a cup of coffee. But, other than that, I don't cook in the microwave. But this is from simplecapacity.com. And they say that microwaves are bad for you, but this is what they don't tell you. According to the Southwest Museum of Engineering, Communication, and Computation, more than 95% of American homes own a microwave oven because it is seen as almost impossible to pretty difficult to do without. Microwave ovens, originally sold as radar ranges, use technology that passes electromagnetic waves through food, exciting the molecules and causing them to move and heat up as they respond to the microwave radiation. Now, microwaves are electromagnetic energy that travel at the speed of light. And the magnetron in the microwave oven produces wave energy. This wave energy converts polarity of molecules from positive to negative. This polarity changes millions of times every second in the microwave oven, and these microwaves bombard the food molecules and makes the polarized molecules to radiate at the same frequency millions of times every second. This friction heats up the food and also causes structural isomerism. Whatever. It causes some kind of damage, structural damage to the food molecules, as opposed to that really big word that I obviously cannot pronounce. So a Swiss study that was led by a biologist and food scientist identified the effects of microwaved food. For 8 weeks, 8 people lived on in a controlled environment and intermittently ate raw foods, conventionally cooked foods, and microwaved foods. Blood samples were tested after each meal, and the microwave food caused significant changes in the blood chemistry. They bounce around the inside of your microwave oven and are absorbed by your food you put in it, says Dr. Joseph Mercola, who is an alternative medicine proponent and osteopathic physician and web entrepreneur. The water molecules rotate rapidly in the microwave and the food in high frequencies, which creates molecular friction, yada, 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 yada. So as a result, it diminishes the nutrient content in your food. Now, Hans Hertel, who is a Swiss scientist, he also states that there are no atoms, molecules, or cells of any organic system able to withstand such a violent and destructive power for any extended period of time, not even in the low energy range of milliwatts. And this is how microwave cooking heat is generated. Friction from the violence in water molecules. Structures of molecules are torn apart. Molecules are forcefully deformed and thus become impaired in quality. So you might wonder why food is often unevenly heated when taken out of a microwave, and the uneven heating occurs because microwaves work with whatever water molecules are present. And since not all areas of the food contain the same amount of water, heating becomes uneven. Now, there was another study at Stanford University that investigated the effects of microwaving breast milk, which I cannot imagine doing that. One of the head scientists said microwaving human milk, even at a low setting, can destroy some of the important disease-fighting capabilities. Are you starting to kind of see what's going on here? They claim that besides heating, there are many other disturbing alterations in the milk. In early 1991, a lawsuit was filed against an Oklahoma hospital after a patient died after receiving blood that was heated in a microwave oven. And in Russia, microwave ovens were banned in 1976 because of their negative effect on health and well-being. And yet, they are pretty much a staple in the American home. And in a lot of fast food industries and, like quick shops, that kind of stuff. So, eating food processed from a microwave oven causes permanent brain damage by shorting out electrical impulses in the brain. The prolonged eating of microwaved foods causes cancerous cells to increase in the human body. Minerals, vitamins, and nutrients of all microwaved food is reduced or altered so that the human body gets little or no benefit. Microwave food causes stomach and intestinal cancerous growths, and this may explain the rapid increase rate of colon cancer in America. The prolonged eating of microwave foods causes cancerous cells to increase in the human blood. Continual ingestion of microwave foods causes immune system deficiencies through lymph gland and serum alterations. Eating microwave food causes loss of memory, concentration, emotional stability, and a decrease of intelligence. Are you starting to see how all of these dominoes are falling into place? Microwaving milk and cereal grains converts some of their amino acids into carcinogens. Thawing frozen fruits converted their glucoside and galactoside containing fractions into carcinogenic substances. So, okay, not only does it cause you to have more cancerous cells within your body, but it turns your food into cancerous cells. An extremely short exposure of raw, cooked, or frozen vegetables converted their plant alkaloids into carcinogens. Are you ready to throw that microwave out yet? I know I am. Production of unnatural molecules is inevitable. Naturally occurring amino acids have been observed to undergo isometric changes or changes in shape, as well as transformation into toxic forms under the impact of microwaves produced in ovens. One short-term study found significant and disturbing changes in the blood of individuals consuming microwaved milk and vegetables. Excuse me. 8 volunteers ate various combinations of the same foods cooked different ways. All foods that were processed through the microwave ovens caused changes in the blood of the volunteers. Hemoglobin levels decreased and overall white cell levels and cholesterol levels increased. Lymphocytes decreased. Luminescent or light-emitting bacteria were employed to detect energetic changes in the blood, and a significant increases were found in the luminescence of these bacteria when exposed to blood serum obtained from the consumption of microwaved food. So basically, the bottom line is microwaves cause cancer and other diseases. They destroy the goodness in our food. They weaken our bodies. And ultimately, we should all be thinking about permanently getting rid of them. And I'm going to take that a step further. Don't think about it. Just get rid of it. And if yours is a built-in, use it for a bread rack or a bread box as opposed to you know what, Darth? The radiation from the sun, from the sun is not as mutating as it is from the microwave oven. And actually, you know, when they tell you to put on sunblock and all of that other fun stuff, it's the sunblock that does more damage to your skin than the sun does. You need that vitamin D. You just got to be smart. Dress appropriately. If you don't want to get sunburned, wear a shady hat. Or wear a very lightweight, long-sleeve clothes or what have you. Put coconut oil on your skin. And yes, sunlight is radiation, but microwaves are way worse. And yeah, Moosey, the microwave meals are just, yeah. That's like, let's take something that's already bad for us and make it just flat-ass lethal. It's horrid. Absolutely horrid. And yeah, I will probably stop using the microwave for heating my water too. Oops. But, I just think we need, there are better ways to warm your food than to do it in a microwave. And I've got a little toaster oven that a lot of times, and I have Corningware cookware, and I'll just pop my stuff in the toaster oven, put foil over the top of it, and pop it in there. Because microwave, it even changes the consistency or the texture of the food. And I've gotten to the point where it makes me want to go, ack. I can't eat it. That is true, Frumpy. The serotonin production rocks. Because that sunlight and all that vitamin D, that triggers all kinds of wonderful chemicals in your body that you need to have those chemicals in order to be a happy and functioning individual. Lots and lots of sunlight. Okay, I'm going to put this over here on Fakey Book as well, because it's just, yeah. We need to get this shit out there. Bad juju, people. Okay, now that I've done all the bad juju stuff, let's go to something just a skosh more fun, shall we? Since I did something that, on things that are bad for you, let's check out a few things that are good for you. From MSS Natural Beauty. Doctors cannot find any explanation, but this regenerates your bones, recovers your vision, and improves your memory by 70%. You know what that is? Rosemary. Rosemary. It's a wonderful essential oil, too. So there's 15 natural tips that will help you strengthen your memory as well as make your brain work faster and regenerate your bones. In addition, you will also improve and in some cases recover your vision. But you must be constant in taking them so that you can enjoy better results. These are all natural ingredients that you will surely find in your pantry or refrigerator, and incorporating them into your daily life will not take much time, effort, or money, and they are natural and delicious. Now, just because something is natural doesn't mean it's good for you, because arsenic, I believe, is natural. There's all kinds of lovely little natural things out there that aren't necessarily good for you, but these are some things that are. So, number 1, rosemary. It's one of the most powerful ingredients for increasing your memory and improving your concentration. It's been proven that its chemical composition increases brain performance and its smell is very pleasant. Place a rosemary plant in your home or use its essential oil for massages. And you can also add it to your meals. Now, I have rosemary essential oil, and I diffuse it, and I put it in my food, and I also, on occasion, will put some behind my ears. Just because, especially if I'm having one of those brain fog kind of days, for me, it just helps with a little bit of clarity, which I probably should have done that this evening before I got on the radio. Oopsie, my bad. Number 2, beetroot. It improves the blood flow in your body and your brain. Here's one that a lot of people didn't know, and something that it's probably very difficult to actually get the natural ones, the ones that aren't. I don't remember how they process raw eggs. I don't remember the word now. It's not coming to my head. Whole eggs are very good for you. They sharpen the memory because they contain ingredients that are beneficial for the health of our brain, which a lot of people really don't realize that your brain is like 67% cholesterol. Now, it's the happy cholesterol. It's the HDL as opposed to the LDL. I think that's it's the good cholesterol. And yes, eating whole eggs is very good for you. Whether you want to fry them in some coconut oil or in some real butter, or if you want to boil them, or if you want to have them poached. But yes, whole eggs are very good for you. Number 4, fish, because it contains omega-3, which is essential for brain health. But you also need to have CoQ10 in order to be able to absorb the omega-3, so remember that. Avocado, another one that is high in happy cholesterol. It increases the blood flow to the brain. Number 6, cranberries. This fruit has many antioxidants that protect the brain from aging. Onion, which I know, Grammy, you can't do onion, but onions, I love onions. It improves the memory, and it's better to consume it raw, which, yeah, if I got the little wild onions growing out in the yard, which that's one of the things that when I go visit Mom, we walk around the yard, and I'll pull a few wild onions that have grown up in the yard and just kind of knock the dirt off and peel back a little bit and just start chomping down. I do love my wild onions. Number 8, whole grains. Not ones that have been treated with Roundup. But they contain omega-3, fiber, and complex carbohydrates, which help our brain health greatly. Number 9, tomatoes. I love tomatoes. They contain lycopene, which protects brain cells from damage caused by free radicals. And yeah, when I grow tomatoes, man, when those things start ripening up, I take a grocery sack out to the garden and I start picking tomatoes. And usually by the time I get back in the house, about a third of what I picked actually makes it into the house because they're nature's candy for me. One goes in the sack, two go in my mouth. One goes in the sack, two. Now, I do grow a lot of the little, like the pear tomatoes or the cherry tomatoes. So, I don't just sit there and chomp down on the big ol' honkers, although I have been known to do that as well. A little bit of sea salt on there. Okay, number 10, green tea. It improves the memory and increases brain capacity. Take 2 to 3 cups, and it also increases concentration, cognitive functions, and electrical connectivity of the brain. Number 11, black chocolate. This rich food contains antioxidants and caffeine, which increases your concentration and memory. Unlike those caffeine drinks, the monster drinks or whatever, those 4-hour energy or 5-hour energy, I don't do those things. It just, ugh. I tried a Red Bull one time and I about puked. It's like, no, keep that crap away from me. Number 12, acorn squash, which I absolutely love. Oh, wow. I have some. I know what I'm cooking this weekend. It's a great ally for increasing your memory because it's filled with vitamin B12 and folic acid, which protect our brain from injuries. Number 13, nuts. Oh, she's just nuts. You are what you eat. And I eat an awful lot of almonds and cashews and walnuts and pistachios and peanuts and filberts, and I love nuts. I'm a nutaholic. But they increase the flow of oxygen and possess numerous nutrients in addition to omega-3, which strengthen the blood vessels in the brain. Turmeric, which I have gotten to where, and this may sound weird, but I put turmeric in my coffee. At least my first cup every morning, I put a little turmeric in there. And turmeric and some honey. And finally, number 15, apple, which I eat an apple every day. And it's excellent for keeping fit and taking care of your brain health. Also, if you're going to be eating apples, do not decore them because those apple seeds, those have, correct me if I'm wrong, Fudd, those have B17 in them. I think is what that is, and you're not supposed to be doing B17. That's supposed to be bad juju for you. But yeah, bite the seed. Break it open so that your digestive tract will be able to absorb the nutrients in those seeds. They're good for you. That's right, mental pancakes. No Teflon cookware either. I don't trust anything. Turmeric. Yeah. Ginkgo biloba is also awesome for brains. Yes. I don't trust anything that nothing is supposed to stick to it, but yet it sticks to a pan. For some reason, that's just always really, really bothered me. I've always thought, that's just wrong. And yeah, Frumpy, I use either stainless or I have stainless and I have Corning, the glass cookware. So, that's my cookware. Oh, yeah. Moringa, is that how you say that? Mental? Yep. There's all kinds of, Mother Nature created this plethora of wonderful things for us to chow down on, and keep us healthy. And yet, what do? We opt for Nuker-rator food. Really? It's called a Nuker-rator for a reason. That's true, Frumpy. B17 and cannabis oil. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this over here on this effing site as well. Just because. Gots to share the love. And I do like my food. And I really do. I love rosemary. I do. Actually, in my diffuser, I have rosemary and I have tea tree oil and eucalyptus and wild orange is usually what I have going every day, just because they're energy boosters and memory boosters, and it just makes the house smell wonderful. So, okay, let me see here. There we go. Get that shared. Now, back to my pocket I go, because I do have a couple other places that I wanted to go to. Oh, here's one. This was a fun one. I don't remember where I saw it this morning, but I saw it this morning. Oh, I do know where I saw it. I think Lisa B. actually sent it to me in a message. If it will wakey and pull up the actual site. There it goes. Yep, Lisa B. sent this to me. Thank you, Frumpy. Okay, this is from theweek.com. And it's actually dated February the 9th. Did you know that Samsung warns its customers not to discuss personal information in front of smart TVs? Samsung is even telling you this. So, it has confirmed that its smart TV sets are listening to customers' every word. And the company is warning customers, do not speak about personal information while near the TV sets. Although I'm thinking those TV sets have really big ears. You know, they even have bigger ears than Prince Charles. The company revealed that the voice activation feature on its smart TVs will capture all nearby conversations. The TV sets can share the information, including sensitive data, with Samsung as well as third-party services. See, your TV is spying on you. Not only is it programming you, but it's also spying on you. This news comes after Shane Harris at the Daily Beast pointed out a troubling line in Samsung's privacy policy. Please be aware that if your spoken words include personal or other sensitive information, this information will be among the data captured and transmitted to a third party. See, they put it out there. It's just nobody reads those things, do they? Really? Seriously? Do you read that? I skim. I at least go down to the very bottom part because I've read some things about how in that last paragraph they'll put something like, and I hereby sign my soul over to the devil, yada, yada, yada bullshit, you know. And it was put there as a prank just to see if anybody caught it. But, yeah, that's kind of creeper. Let's see, where was I at? Okay, Samsung has now issued a new statement clarifying how the voice activation feature works. If a consumer consents and uses the voice recognition feature, voice data is provided to a third party during a requested voice command search. I'm so glad I don't have one of those. Samsung said this in a statement, and at that time, the voice data is sent to a server, which searches for the requested content, then returns the desired content to the TV. What? You can't push a couple of buttons? Hey, I am the queen of button pushing, even though most of the time I push the wrong button. But I can push them buttons, let me tell you. And I like pushing buttons. I would much rather push those buttons than talk to my TV and have it respond to me. That's just creepy. The company added that it does not retain or sell the voice data, wink, 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 but it didn't name the third party that translate users' speech. Huh. Gee, I wonder who that could be. Now, an update from February 10th, Samsung has updated its policy and named the third party in the question. It's Nuance Communications, Inc. NCI. Huh. I'm thinking this is just frickin' creepy. And I'm really, really glad. Although, okay, I don't own that brand, but that does not mean I'm safe. Let's just put it there. Okay? Arriba, arriba. What are you arribing about? Do what? Ooh, immigrants are running for the Canadian border to escape the U.S. for asylum from being deported to Mexico. Ah. Well, they're going to find out. They get up to Kanakistan, and it's not nearly as warm as Mexico. What's that? California, in its infinite wisdom, is helping the homeless, building prison camps for them, and corralling them up so that they have a place to die. Wow, that's just awfully sweet of them. Meanwhile, back at the dam. Yeah. Gee, we don't have any money because we spent it all on this stuff. We want to secede from the union, but we won't do that until after you guys pay for our failing to take care of the infrastructure shit. And, well, yeah. But then we're going to leave. Then, well, maybe, I don't know. Don't have sex in front of those TVs? Grammy, honey, you got to have sex first. Move along. No. I don't think I have to worry about that. Although that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Now that I think about that, that would be quite funny. You know, even if you did like the whole When Harry Met Sally kind of thing, just to fuck with whoever's on the other side. Oh, wow. 55 minutes in, there's my first F-bomb. That would be funny. I think yeah. I could have fun with that. I think. Okay. I'm going to put this over on Fakeybook as well. TV creeper. That's what it is. There we go. Okay. Now I think I'm going to get a little more weird. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Let's see. What's in my pocket? Oh, yeah. I saved that keyboard waffle iron. I'm still considering that, Grimmy. I saw that the other day in the RLM chat, and I'm still kind of sort of pondering that one. That would be interesting. Oh. I befriended a duck. Booyah! Oh, wow. Don't take much to tickle my fancy. It really don't. Okay, okay, one more just kind of what the hell? This is another one of those, just, you know, so you know. Just so you know. From globalresearch.ca, fake news and crimes against humanity. Apparently, Amnesty International admits Syrian Saeed Naya. Is that how you say that? That report was fabricated entirely in the UK. No. Agenda much? Amnesty International's 48-page report titled Syria, Human Slaughterhouse, Mass Hangings, and Extermination at Sayyidnia, I know I butchered that, at that prison in Syria, boasts bold claims, including the Syrian authorities' violations at that prison amounts to crimes against humanity. Amnesty International urgently calls for an independent and impartial investigation into crimes committed at this prison. Now, granted, they want to be assigned that lucrative position because, well, you know, getting money from everyone to go investigate the stuff that they said was going on. However, even at a cursory glance, before even reading the full body of the report, under a section titled Methodology, Amnesty International admits that it has no physical evidence whatsoever to substantiate what are admittedly only the testimony of alleged inmates and former workers at the prison, as well as figures within Syria's opposition, none of which would have a reason to lie, would they? Well, within the section titled Methodology, it reports, despite repeated requests by Amnesty International for access to Syria, and specifically for access to detention facilities operated by the Syrian authorities, Amnesty International has been barred by the Syrian authorities from carrying out research in the country and consequently has not had access to areas controlled by the Syrian government since the crisis began in 2011. Other independent human rights monitoring groups have faced similar obstacles. Jeepers, I wonder why. Is that possibly because you guys are actually on the dole with the organizations / governmental entities that are wanting to take out Syria in the first place? Jeepers, could that mean that you might be just a skosh biased? Just a skosh. In other words, Amnesty International had no access whatsoever to the prison, nor did any of the witnesses it allegedly interviewed provide relevant evidence taken from or near the prison. That's not to say that nothing bad happened. It is a prison after all. You know, people get punished in there. Bad things happen in there. Bad things happen in schools as well. Those are just little prison lights. The only photographs of the prison were taken from outer space via satellite imagery. The only other photos included in the report are of 3 men who allegedly allege that they lost weight while imprisoned. No, really? Well, you know, I have heard, although I've never actually been able to sample the cuisine, I have heard that prison food isn't exactly scrumptious. So, gee, losing weight while imprisoned. Shock. And there was a photo of 1 of 8 alleged death certificates provided to family members of detainees who died at the prison. Wow, that's another shocker. Someone dying in prison. That's a shocker. The alleged certificates admittedly reveal nothing regarding allegations of torture or execution. You know, that wow. It's like you guys were fishing. You were fishing in a dried up stream where the cracks were so big that you lost your fishing pole in that dried up stream. But you was fishing and you came back with a whopper. Articles like hearsay extrapolated, Amnesty claims mass executions in Syria, provide zero proof, provide a detailed examination of Amnesty's statistics, while articles like Amnesty International Human Slaughterhouse report lacks evidence. Credibility reeks of State Department propaganda. They cover politically motivated nature of both Amnesty International and the timing of the report's promotion across the Western media. And you know, since it was just a couple years ago that in the National Defense Authorization Act, they did say that it is now okay for us to propagandize the American people. We can lie to you. We just gave ourselves permission. Oh, that doesn't mean we weren't doing it beforehand. It's just that now we've made it okay. We've made it official that it's okay that we lie to you. And not only that, but we can now hire people to do our bidding and have them come up with some whoppers that we will give to you as fact. Yeah, that's pretty much the way that shit rolls anymore. However, there is another aspect of the report that remains unexplored. The fact that Amnesty International itself has openly admitted that the summation of the report was fabricated in the United Kingdom at Amnesty International's office, using a process that they called forensic architecture, the building of a lie. Forensic architecture sounds nicer. This is a time in which they lack any actual physical, photographic, and video evidence, and it's replaced by 3D animations and sound effects created by designers hired by Amnesty International. Wow, it's like a Pixar movie. Only it's intended to scare the bejeebers out of you and to make you want to hate those people over there, because those people are bad people because we said so. Because they won't let us come in and create shit, so we had to create shit on our own. Apparently, Amnesty International hired special effects experts to fabricate evidence. Well, fabricate is such a fun word. It's got so many syllables to it, as opposed to lie. It's just one. In the video produced by Amnesty International accompanying their report, titled Inside Syria, Syria's Torture Prison. Wow. Is this the orange that is the new black? Syria is the new bad guy? Syria is the new Gaddafi. The narrator admits in its opening seconds, which most people don't ever pay attention to. I gotta admit that. I rarely do. The narrator admits that Amnesty International possesses no actual evidence regarding the prison other than it is a prison because we have satellite imagery. And we said it was. There are no pictures of its exterior except satellite images, and none from inside, and what happens within its walls is cloaked in secrecy. Until now. Dun dun dun. Viewers are initially led to believe, evidence has emerged. Suddenly it emerged like little buds, flowers in the desert. They emerged from the warm sand and they said, "Look at me, I'm evil." No, they didn't. Yeah, but these were exposing what took place within the prison's walls. It's an expose! Not much unlike the Kardashians' expose. Or no, they just like to expose themselves, don't they? Oh, thank you, Sock. I didn't realize that. Lie is only worth 5 cents, while fabricate is a $5 word. Thank you. Wow. Follow the money. Yep. I needed that clarification. Thank you ever so much, Sock Puppet. Viewers were initially led to believe what they were exposing? We've devised a unique way of revealing what life is like inside a torture prison. Yes, we have CGI. And since Pixar didn't want to have nothing to do with it, we hired these other guys over here. Yeah, but it's CGI. Oh, and we've done it by talking to people who were there and have survived its horrors. Is this anything like the CNN made-up news shit? You know, where they have the green screen and the fake palm tree that really looks like a very fake palm tree? Is this how you guys did that? Excuse me. Oh, and using their recollections and the testimony of others. We've built an interactive 3D model, excuse me, which can take you for the first time inside Sayidnya, or however you say that. Even though we've never been in there and we're just really guessing. But if such a thing could be, it would be because we have CGI technology. And so therefore, bada bing, bada boom, it's real. We said so. The narrator does explain, though, in a unique collaboration. It's unique. Amnesty International has teamed up with Forensic Architecture of Goldsmiths, a University of London, to reconstruct both the sound and architecture of the prison, and to do it using cutting-edge digital technology to create a model. CGI. It's like Harry Potter, only more realistic. Isn't that cool? It makes you feel like you should go to a movie theater and buy popcorn with fake butter. In other words, the summation of Amnesty International's presentation was not accumulated from facts and evidence collected in Syria, but instead fabricated entirely in London. But, you know, over in London, it's, darling, we fabricated it entirely. No, that sucked. That was bad. I'm going to have to work on that one. Using 3D models, animations, and audio software. See? CGI. We created it for your viewing displeasure. And it's based on admittedly baseless accounts of alleged, you know those people that are out there standing on a ledge going, I'm alleged. I identify as alleged. So I'm just going to stand here. But these alleged witnesses who claim to have been in or otherwise, I love this, otherwise associated with the prison. You know, I read about it and I saw satellite imagery. I'm otherwise associated with the prison. Can I put that down on my resume? Eyal Weizman, co-figure, Jewish, yeah, director of Forensic Architecture, would admit that memory alone was the basis of both his collaboration with Amnesty International and thus the basis for Amnesty's 48-page report. Memory is the only resource within which we can start to reconstruct, recreate. See, recreate would have sounded entirely too fakey, so they said reconstruct what has taken place. What does it feel like to be a prisoner? I don't know. What is my motivation for this role? Getting a timeout. Having to sit in the corner, having to kneel in the corner with my nose in the corner. That's my motivation for what it's like to be in this prison. Yes, I can do this. Weizman's organization, Forensic Architecture, on its own website describes its activities. Forensic Architecture is a research agency based at Goldsmiths, University of London. It includes a team of architects, scholars, filmmakers, designers, lawyers, and scientists to undertake research that gathers and presents spatial analysis. Spatial as opposed to spatial. Ain't you just spatial? Spatial analysis in legal and political forums. That's an awful lot of fancy gobbledygook to say. We sit over in that corner and we start telling stories to each other and we decide, wow, this one's a really good one. Let's do some CGI shit and we'll tell people it's for real and for true. Only do that with a British accent. Because my British accent sucks. We also provide evidence. It's evidence, even though we sit in this little room and we cuss and discuss and present spatial analysis. But we provide evidence for international prosecution teams, political organizations, NGOs, and the United Nations in various processes worldwide. Additionally, the agency undertakes historical and theoretical examinations of the his story and present status of forensic practices in articulating notions of public truth. Wow, can you smell the bullshit from where you're at? 'Cause wow, I'm about to gag on it. That's just, wow. I think I'm going to have to floss my teeth after reading this one. In other words, special effects experts and their tools usually employed in the creation of fictional movies for the entertainment industry or for architectural firms to propose yet to exist projects are now being employed to fabricate evidence in a political context when none in reality exists. Wow, that's just very short, sweet, to the point. Just kind of says it right there. But bam! So while the work of forensic architecture may be of interest to developing theories, you know, like those you conspiracy theorist, you silly little tinfoil hatter. See, these people don't even qualify for the tinfoil hat. But their theories that they develop are much more credible than things that, you know, where people actually have facts because they have CGI and lawyers and designers and filmmakers and scholars. I'm a scholar. You know, Bill Clinton was a Rhodes Scholar. Yeah, it pretty much gives you an idea what a scholar is, doesn't it? Moving along. It is by no means useful in providing actual evidence or evidence being understood as an actual available body of facts or information indicating whether a belief or proposition is true or valid, not a fabricated body of supposed facts or information. Let's just suppose, theoretically speaking, let's just suppose that we were able to get inside this prison, if it is a prison. Maybe it's their version of Fort Knox, and the reason why you don't see a lot of comings and goings is because you're not allowed to leave with, you know, like duffel bags and shit, because you could be leaving with gold or something. Do you even know if it's a prison? Oh well, back to this. The work of the forensic architecture and the witness accounts gathered by Amnesty International, all of which are admittedly gathered outside of Syria, would form the basis of an initial inquiry, not a final report, nor the basis of a conclusion that human rights violations not only took place, but that they constituted crimes against humanity and demanded immediate international recourse. Amnesty International's report lacked any actual evidence, with its presentation consisting instead of admittedly fabricated images, sounds, maps, and diagrams. Amnesty, lacking actual evidence, instead abused its reputation and the techniques of classical deception to target and manipulate audiences emotionally, because that's how they roll. That's how they get you. They get you in the feels. What Amnesty International is engaged in is not human rights advocacy, which is really pretty obvious when you look at some of the things that they go after, but rather politically motivated war propaganda simply hiding behind such advocacy. Exposing this technique of openly and shamelessly fabricating the summation of an internationally released report, promoted unquestioningly by prominent Western papers and media platforms. Oh, Beth, you called that one. The media is shit, including the them too, the BBC, CNN, The Independent, and others, prevents Amnesty and other organizations like it from continuing to use the trappings of science and engineering as cover to develop monstrous lies to the public. And you know, the reason why they continue doing this shit is because they've gotten away with it for so long. And you know, quite frankly, they're still getting away with it. With an awful lot of people, we really need to find that tipping point as to where, when people stop believing the bullshit. Yes, I know Dobby loves me. I love Dobby too. Dobby's a cute little guy. Okay. Tail wagging the dog. That is true, Fudd. That is true. Okay. I'm going to share this over on FakeyBook as well. Just because it's not a lie. It's a forensic fabrication. I think I'll even say that. If I can spell it right. Oh, I did. Actually, it wasn't a fabrication. What was that? It was a forensic architecture. There you go. My spelling sucks. Which is why I do so bad at the trivia game, because I know the answer, I just can't spell it. Yeah. We'll just do that. Okay. And I'll put it over here as well, over on FakeyBook. Or did I already? Did I? Nope. That's the Samsung thing. Okay, you know what? I have one more that I definitely wanted to get to this evening, and then I'll just kind of go crazy and be silly. As if that's not already going on. But, let's see. Where? There we go. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. I wanted that one. And I want that one. Yeah. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I found this one earlier today. A friend of mine shared it over on FakeyBook. It's from theearthchild.co.za. I actually think it was my ex-brother-in-law that shared it. I think, now that I think about it. 11 reasons to fall in love with the spiritual girl. See, we're low maintenance, number 1. Just putting that out there. Number 1, she finds meaning in everything, which is not necessarily a good thing, but hear me out. She begins in signs from the universe, or she believes in signs from the universe. She's convinced that you came into her world for a reason, that you're going to give her something invaluable, whatever that may be. Whether it's scattered memories, a life lesson, or a permanent part in your heart. Which, yeah, that is true. Everybody comes into your life for a reason, or I believe so. And the timing is always very, very appropriate for when you will be most receptive to get whatever lesson is coming. So yes, I believe everybody comes into your life for a reason. May not always be a pleasant reason, but they always do. Number 2, she's authentic. She doesn't see the sense in pretending to be someone that she's not. She realizes that she has flaws, but that hasn't stopped her from loving herself and being herself. With her, what you see is what you get, except for when I feel a little frisky and I now have mermaid hair. And yet still, what you see is what you get, because pretty much said. That's it. I ain't changing for anybody except for me. It's just the way I roll. Number 3, she is overflowing with love. She has love for her family, her friends, her pets, plants, the moon, the sky, the galaxy. She finds beauty in everything that she sees, which is why her heart is so huge. Okay, now I'm apparently not a totally spiritual girl because I just really try as I might. I cannot find beauty in arachnids. I just can't. Spiders are just creepy. Spider webs are cool, unless I walk through one and then I become a ninja, like from a ninja dancing on Saturday Night Fever. And they're really cool when they have like dewdrops on them and stuff. They're very pretty, so long as I don't walk through them, because then I go all ninja. And I'm sure the spider's going, "What the? Damn, I just built that. I just finished that." Sorry, spider. Stay outside of my house and we'll get along fine. Number 4, she's forever growing. She understands that it's possible to have love for herself and to admit that there are things that she needs to improve on. She isn't perfect, but she keeps trying to reach her personal best, which, that's kind of my goal every day, is to be better than I was yesterday. Sometimes I don't quite. Well, actually, when I think about it, I do reach it. Because, I didn't say how much better. Just better. Maybe I'm better at something that I shouldn't be better at, but I'm better. Number 5, she embraces the unknown. Most people are scared of things that they cannot see, cannot grasp. But she's different. She appreciates that there's more to this world than meets the eye, and that there are secrets waiting to be uncovered. It doesn't scare her, it empowers her, which I do find that quite fascinating. But I'm getting to the point where I'm not quite as adventurous as I used to be, because old bones don't heal as well. Just putting that out there as well. Number 6, she has unwavering faith. I'm going to have to find out about it. I'm not sure about that. No matter how many hardships that she's forced to face, she still has hope that things will get better. Her strength never wavers because she knows that the universe is on her side, that it's going to grant her happiness in the end, as long as she keeps doing her part. Okay, now I will admit, and last night Lisa B and I were actually discussing this, and I told her that, I have decided that my scars, whether they be emotional or physical, From the life that I have led so far, I don't consider them scars anymore. I consider them life tattoos. You know, it's my ink that life has given me. And she and I both decided that everything that's tried to take us down throughout our life, so far, we have a 100% record of surviving everything that life has thrown our direction. That's a hell of a record. Don't you think? I think so. I'm quite impressed with it myself. And every day, I strive to keep that record going. So, if that's what they mean by unwavering faith, then okay, there you go, I have it. Number 7, material items mean nothing to her. Okay, I can't really say nothing because I do like clothes. And I have a thing for purses and shoes. I don't buy them all, but I do have to go and try on shoes. And I do have to go check out the purses. It's a thing. She would love to be greeted at her front door with flowers, but she realizes that flowers wilt. And she would rather create a lifelong memory than be given a temporary gift. So to her, forever means more than now, which I also realize that now really is all you get. You just keep moving. You are a time traveler. You keep traveling into the next now, which is always now. And then now. Number 8, she feels a strong connection to others. She can't walk past a homeless shelter or see a stray kitten without being tugged at the heartstrings. She feels like it's her duty to help her fellow humans and animals, and that's why she's so kind and so compassionate. And yeah, I'm a softie. I'll admit it. I cry at the drop of a hat. I admit that. Number 9, and yeah, I have a tendency of giving things even though I really can't afford to. I have a tendency to do that anyway. Just because, I know that I can replace things if I need to. If I don't miss it, then apparently I didn't need to replace it. Number 9, she's one with nature. She can spend hours staring up at the stars, reading a book against a tree trunk, and running her bare feet through the grass. She feels safe in nature and nurtured by it, which, yeah, I love it when the weather's getting nice because, yeah, when I got home this evening, it's like, oh, if I didn't have to do the radio, there's my porch swing. Fix me some coffee, sit out on my swing, throw the ball for the dogs, but I had to do radio. So I'm going to do that in the morning because the mornings are warmer. I can sit out there in my house coat and do that. And people will drive by and go, oh, it's just Mary. No big deal. She's harmless, which I am, pretty much. Number 10, she aspires to be at peace. Drama doesn't appeal to her. She doesn't want friends unless she can count on them. And she doesn't want a boyfriend unless she can trust him. She's all about honesty and sincerity. And seriously, yeah, if you can't be sincere, go away. Don't want to hear it. If you can't be honest, move along. There's someone else down the road that'll take your bullshit. I don't take it. Number 11. And the last one on the list. She has a genuine love of life. She's not like others who see the world as an evil place filled with hypocrisy and hatred. She chooses to see the good and focus on the love in the heart of humanity. The beauty hidden inside each person's soul, which, yeah, there are some people in this world that I'm still trying to find it. Because there's some people in this world that I have not found the beauty in the soul yet. They must have hidden it really, really good. And there's some people that I know it's there. It's just that they have it caged up because they're trying to protect it. And then, that's sad. When you feel as though you need to keep it hidden away and protected, because there's no way you can enjoy it if you have it hidden away and trying to protect it from hurts. And yeah, I really don't see the world as an evil place. I do see an awful lot of hypocrisy. I do see an awful lot of hatred. But both of those, I think I see them stem from fear. You know, fear of not being accepted. Fear of the different. Fear of being honest with yourself. That's where the hypocrisy comes in. Because many don't see that they're being hypocritical. Seriously, you know, and I even catch myself from time to time being a little bit on the hypocritical side. Yeah, Fudd, I figured you would be glad that I like clothes. Okay. Dobie. Who's a Dobie? It's Dobie. I like Dobie from Harry Potter. Oh, what's that? It is spelled I-T. Ah, what are you talking about, guys? A real man of genius. Who is the real man of genius? You know what uranium is, right? It's that thing called nuclear weapons, and other things, like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things. See, I love it when he says shit like that, because I really feel smart. Yes, Fudd. Spiritual people understand that evil, yeah. But evil only lives because people allow it to do so. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And some people do evil deeds simply because they are afraid. And it's just easier. That's the path of least resistance for them, to go down that bad path. As opposed to, you know, fessing up or owning up or stepping up. If you noticed, up, down, they sink to levels, or they rise to the occasion. Words. I find words quite fascinating. Anyway, so. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share this again over here on FakeyBook, and I'm going to put it over on that effing site as well. Okay. And then I think it's time to find the pig. I think those zany guys over at the pig, I'm sure they've come up with something entertaining for the day. They always do. Okay, let's do that. And that. And that. Okay. And see, you'll just have to go over to the effing site, Freedom's Network, to see what I was saying about that and that and that. Because if you want details, that's where you go. Okay. Let's see. Find the pig. Where's the pig? What's the pig doing? Here, piggy, 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 piggy. Okay, this day, hey, the word of the day is switcheroo. Ooh, what's a switcheroo? It's when the intended target of public mainstream media grilling sees it coming, putting them on the hot seat instead. Oh, fun! When did that happen? Did I miss something? Oh, yeah, I probably did, because I don't pay attention to a lot of that shit anymore. Quotable quotes. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Benjamin Franklin. Good old Ben. You know, he invented electricity too. Just ask the history books, they'll tell you. Someone told him to go fly a kite, and he tied a key to it, and moving along. So today's question, did anyone else pour a tall one when Trump ambushed the MSM? I didn't, because I didn't see it. Why? Because I don't go out of my way to see that shit. Why? Because it just doesn't interest me. Okay, piggish humor. Here we go. The banker saw his old friend Don, an 80-year-old rancher in town. Tom had lost his wife a year or so before, and rumor had it that he was marrying a mail-order bride. Being a good friend, the banker asked Don if the rumor was true. Don assured him that it was. The banker then asked Don the age of his new bride-to-be. Don proudly said, "She'll be 21 in November." Okay, Don or Tom, what the hell? Did y'all do this shit just to get me? Thank you, Grammy. I'll check that out here in a minute. Now the banker, being the wise man that he was, could see that the sexual appetite of a young woman could not be satisfied by an 80-year-old man. And wanting his friend's remaining years to be happy, the banker tactfully suggested that Don should consider getting a hired hand to help him out on the ranch, knowing nature would take its own course. Don thought that was a good idea, and said he would look for one that afternoon. About 4 months later, the bank ran into Don in town again. "So how's the new wife?" asked the banker. Don proudly said, "Good. She's pregnant." To which the banker, happy that his sage advice had worked out, continued, "Oh, how's the hired hand?" And without hesitating, Don said, "She's pregnant too." So don't ever underestimate old guys. Good one. I did not see that one coming. Okay. Oh, and Al Gore invented the internet. What? Thanks, Grim. I will get to that after I finish with the pig. Okay. This date in history, February the 17th, 1876. A down east dude, Julius Wolfe, inadvertently launches a metaphor when he cans sardines for the first time. Dun dun dun. Fine. This date in history, February the 17th, 1953. Hall of Fame baseball star Ted the Splendid Splinter Williams, get that right, is shot down while defending his country as a pilot during the Korean War. Ah, I did not know that. And finally, this date in history, February the 17th, 1992, gutless cheesehead justice system gives serial killer Jeffrey Who's for Dinner Dahmer a life sentence for his butchery. And, well, it was quite literally a life sentence. And it wasn't a very long life sentence, but it was a life sentence. Okay, Graham, let me check this out. From CNN.com, a Florida man arrested in a plot to get rich by bombing Target stores. Well, it has a Target. That's just perfect. He looks like he's just right up there in the IQ mark, too. Mark Barnett had what he thought was a great get-rich-quick scheme involving homemade bombs, Target stores, and well-timed trades on the stock market. That's what he gets for having an independent thought, because it obviously did not go according to plan. Barnett, a 48-year-old Ocala, is that how you say that? Ocala, Florida, that's how you say that, is accused of possession of a destructive device affecting commerce. Wow, that's a really, really long charge. Why don't you just say he's accused of having a bomb? He was going to blow something up. But he's accused of being in possession of a destructive device affecting commerce. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Middle District of Florida, Barnett allegedly built 10 explosive devices and disguised them as food item boxes. And he delivered those boxes to an unnamed person to place them in Target stores along the East Coast, according to the federal criminal complaint. The plan, Barnett told that person, was to set off the bombs in Target stores in Florida, Virginia, and New York City. Yeah, New York City, where they make shit for salsa, sending the company's stock value down. Barnett would then buy Target stock cheaply and sit and wait as the stock rebounded, which he referred to as easy money, according to the criminal complaint. Wow, I'm thinking this guy really overthought this. But that person instead presented the bombs to a probation officer, oopsie, who then took them to law enforcement officials. And Barnett was, dun dun dun, arrested on Tuesday. A registered sex offender, Barnett had previously been convicted of multiple felony offenses, including kidnapping, sexual battery with a weapon or force, and grand theft, according to the criminal complaint. He wears a GPS ankle monitor as part of his probation, which is why he couldn't deliver the disguised boxes. Duh. It's not clear if Barnett had an attorney. ATF explosives experts determined that the 10 devices were capable of causing damage, serious injury, or death to anyone nearby. This is according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. In a subsequent search of Barnett's residence, law enforcement officers recovered rocket motor igniters. Hey, I wonder if I could purchase any of those. Just to have spares for my chair. Don't you know? M5000 explosives and battery sources consistent with the type used in the explosive devices. This is also according to the criminal complaint. Target commends the law enforcement agencies responsible for apprehending this individual. Well, bravo! Good job, old bean. Good job. Thank you, Grimmy. Target is no longer the target. I like to say I'm shopping at Target. It sounds so much more highfalutin and fancy schmancy. Because I have Target tastes on a Walmart budget. Actually, it's more of a Dollar General budget, but, what can I say? I'm happy with it. I can purchase whatever I need. And even a few things that I just plain want. Like maybe a purse. Or shoes. Oh. Oy, oy, oy. Strikes. Oops. Damn it, spell it right. Okay. Let's see. So, what else is going on over here? Oh, Sock is back. Hello again, Sock. Yeah, that's right, Grimmy. He did invent global warming. That Al Gore, he's such an inventive feller. That's a nice way of putting it. Inventive is one of those $5 words. So is scoundrel. And bloviating blowhole. Because he really is kind of a bloviating blowhole. Al Gore. He's made lots of money off of it. I'm thinking P.T. Barnum would have been proud of him. There's a sucker born every minute, and obviously Al Gore found a way to milk every damn one of them. And even milk those that are not suckers, but yet have to pay because the suckers are the ones taking it at gunpoint. Okay. There we go. Oh, where's a bada boom? Do I have a bada boom? I have that one. We'll do that bada boom. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to go check out Oopie. Oopie, oopie, oopie. And then I might have to check out Fark as well. But, oh, and I might not have time either. Let's see. Oh, yeah, gotta go here. This ought. And mainly it's because the people that were here installing our new software at work and doing all of the training are from Pennsylvania. So here you go. Talk about synchronicity. I find them whether it's there or not. In any case, from UPI.com, a Pennsylvania library waives a $554 fee after book returned 75 years late. Oops. That's just a little bit late. A Pennsylvania library said that it waived the $554 late fee for a book that was returned by a man whose father checked it out more than 75 years ago. The Austerhout Free Library in Wilkes-Barre. That's where one of them was from. Cool! Said in a Facebook post that the book, Val Rides the Oregon Trail by Sanford Towesley, was checked out on December the 2nd, 1941, 5 days before the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, and was just returned Wednesday. Robert Lockman Jr. said he recently found the book in the basement of his Shaverton, Pennsylvania home and discovered that his father, Robert Lockman Sr., had checked it out when he was only 9 years old. Lockman, whose father died in 2013, said he would have wanted the book returned. I thought it would be the right thing to do, he told the Citizen's Voice. My dad was an honest guy. That's what he would have done. Excuse me. Lockman joked that he was a little worried about the late fee. Well, my first thought was I was wondering if they're going to want the fine. Lockman didn't need to worry. The library officials decided to waive the fee, which would have been $554. We just laughed about it, said the circulation clerk. And you know what? I'll bet you they probably put that bad boy on eBay or put it up for auction and got way more than a $554 late fee. Just saying. So, y'all been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, channel 3, also on the RLMradio.xyz site and the RLM TuneIn radio station and the RLM Internet radio station. Thank you all for listening in this evening on this Freaker Friday evening. Gonna remind you one more time, next week Friday and Saturday I will not be around. I'm gonna go play with the grands. But be sure to stick around this evening because Grimner and Moosker will be coming up here in a couple hours with the Freakers Ball, and that is always a good time. Then tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock Central Time, yeah, that's my time, set with the Cosmos, or the Cosmos is set with me. Or if you're not set with the Cosmos, noon Eastern Time is the Dork Table with Flasharoonie Dork and yours truly, and the wonderful Dorkular Chatters in the RLM. Also, directly following us will be Rob Works with Smoke and Mirrors. Rob Works, and I'm hoping Quasimodo with Smoke and Mirrors. Then directly following him will be Kira with The Bridge. And then tomorrow evening will be Bo Diddy with some bodacious tunage to keep you entertained on a Saturday evening. Then Sunday at noon Eastern Time will be Grimner with the Blues, and I'm hoping a hell of a rousing game of Trivial Pursuit going on in the chat, where I will probably be a day late, $1 short, and bad spelling for most of my answers, but it doesn't keep me from playing. In any case, Grimmy will be playing the blues to lead you into Hal Anthony, who's going to open up a can of whoop ass on yo ass out behind the woodshed. Be sure to check it out. Don't be a cricket. Pay attention, okay? Because Hal's got some very much needed information. Even if you don't agree with him, it's most definitely little breadcrumbs for you to follow, if nothing else, to figure out your own situation, if you are in a situation per se. Sunday evening is Gary L. and Gigi's Boo with The Road Less Traveled. That is always extremely interesting, so be sure to check that out. I will be back next week Wednesday, same wackadoodle time, same wackadoodle channel, with your Wackadoodle Wednesday edition of The Rocket Chair. Now, seeing as how I said that entirely too fast, I guess I'm going to have to check out one more thing over here in Oopie. Now, did I share the Pennsylvania? I don't think I did. I think I thought about it, and then I forgot about it, because that's how I roll sometimes. Too many requests. I hate when that happens. There you go. Now I got it shared. Woman who assassinated Kim Jong-un's half-brother was tricked into thinking she was part of a team. See, now I understand. I was tricked, I tell ya. I thought I was shooting blanks. Yeah, that's what he said when she come walking up to him and said, "Hun, this one's yours." Yeah, you ain't shooting blanks, darling. Okay, let me find. I got to do this. Wow, that's just really weird. Florida strikes again. Let's close out with Florida. Apparently, an alligator is eaten by a great blue heron in the Florida wetlands. Really? A man visiting the wetlands captured unusual video of a great blue heron making a meal out of one of the state's most feared predators, an alligator, or a crocodile, or a crocagator, or an allodile, however you want to put that. Photographer Scott Martin, whose video was posted to Fakeybook by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Spit It Out Commission, Fish and Wildlife Research Institute, God dang, put that on one door and it takes up the whole frickin' door. It shows the heron gobbling up a baby alligator after selecting the reptile for its next meal at the Vieira wetlands near Melbourne. Okay, it was a baby ooh, it is, but it's not really that. Wow. See? They're not safe till they get big. The great blue heron played with the little alligator for at least 20 minutes before killing and swallowing it. Oh, so it's not just kitty cats that do that. Okay. The Facebook post that while it might be unusual to see an alligator being eaten by another animal, it's not uncommon for herons to eat whatever food presents itself because, well, they're not picky eaters. Great blue herons eat nearly anything within striking distance, including fish, amphibians, reptiles, small mammals, insects, and other birds. This large wading bird is a familiar sight to most Floridians, and it's a permanent resident of wetlands throughout the state, often seen along ponds, lakes, and canals in housing developments. Well, that's just interesting. And there is a link to the video in this article. So, yeah, check this out. That's kind of, dude. Who's the what? Who's the dick? Mini doc motherfuckers, huh? Who's a mini doc motherfucker? Micro shaft? What you boys talking about over here? Okay. Well, how much time do I have? I'm just going to go ahead and sneak out of here because I only got like about a minute and a half left. So thank you, everybody, for listening in. I truly do appreciate you sitting around listening or doing whatever you're doing around your house while you're listening or even playing along in the chat. Have an absolutely awesome rest of your evening. I will